Tatsu smell a guest?
Brave friends, I come bearing a mission sure to leave its mark on Mirren history.
I take it from the grand tone we're ready to form an alliance with the Rothians?
That's correct, Colonel. Analysis of the data unit you retrieved is complete. It confirms that the Rothians have cut all ties with the Ganglion. Given that, an alliance between our races would indeed seem to be mutually beneficial. As such, I would ask you to deliver a formal treaty to their leader.
I don't know how they'll respond, but I agree we need to try. We'll do it.
Did the data indicate where the Rothians are based?
Yes and no. We were able to reverse engineer the flight data. We believe they have a base somewhere in Oblivia. Beyond that, however, it gets fuzzy.
Meh. Tatsu can find Kitty Cat Base in no time.
I'll leave it to you then.
Understood. We'll do our best to earn a favorable reply.
Looks like we found the Rothians.
Kitty Cat friends look jumpy. Maybe shoot Tatsu when he approach, so Tatsu strike first.
This is a diplomatic mission. We'll just explain to them that we come in peace.
You there! Halt! Are you aware that this keep belongs to Prince Gajarg?
Yes, we know. We've come to speak with the prince. May we be granted an audience?
The human knows her place. And yet, they cannot be trusted.
We've met before.
I am Gobweed, adjunct to the prince.
We have a letter for His Highness. May we bring it to him?
Do you know the circumstances we Rothians now face, human?
We heard you parted ways with the Ganglion. That's why we're here.
That was His Highness's will, and it is not my place to question. But I know you filled his head with strange ideas. I would not have it happen again.
That's right. We come with a proposal that can benefit both of our people.
I care not for your opinion on this matter.
Will you at least ask if he'll see us? Please?
No, I'll not see His Highness led astray by your poisoned tongues. If you would force your will this day, you must win that right in combat. Such is the Rothian way.
Wait, stop!
No, this is our only choice. We're guests of the Rothians. If this is their way, we have no choice but to obey.
Spoken like a true warrior.
Looks like they're on our case. This one's got your name on it!
Shield wall!
It's our chance to weaken them! Take them out! Look at that! Absorber spin! Smooth recovery! Hold up from range! Feel the hornet sting!
Reality Rip!
Side slash!
Wild
Fiend
Spin!
Barrage!
Sliding slinger!
Boom
Rising
Gutter!
Blade!
Lay down some cover fire!
Screamer!
Take this!
Off balance!
Magnum Edge!
Shadow strike!
Slick Edge!
Violent knife! Move in and do some damage!
Absorber Spin!
Sliding slinger!
Intercept!
Fire, fire!
Recover! Myopic Scream!
Burning
Slash!
Primer!
Fiend Barrage!
Feel the
Tornado
hornet
Blade!
Side slash!
Slick Edge! Rising Blade! Screamer!
Shield Wall!
Upper hand! Slide knife! Move in and do
Ether
some
blast!
damage!
Block this!
Side slash!
Rising Blade!
Let my
Violent
mind be
streak.
still. Take this!
Off balance!
Puppeteer!
Fiend Barrage!
Shadow strike!
Reality Rip!
Slide left!
Myopic Scream! Gonna fly!
Carnival!
Intercept! Set me up!
My
Let my
adrenaline
mind
rises!
That time I played my ace in the hole!
Spirits of the
Slide
past!
move in and do some damage! Side slash!
Fiend Barrage!
Shadow strike!
Violent! Ether Blast! Eagle Eye! Rising to gut!
Sliding slinger!
Follow it up from range! Edge!
Side slash!
Feel the hornet sting!
Screamer!
Upper hand!
Shield Wall!
Appreciate it.
Tornado Blast! Bingo! Now pile on the pressure!
Let my mind be
Fiend
still.
Barrage! Rising Blade!
Sliding slinger!
Magnum Edge!
No wonder my
Side
prince
slash.
saw promising. Feel the hornet sting!
Violent streak!
Burning Blast! Absorber Spin! The tides turn against us! Ether Blast!
Nine! Slinger!
Myopic Scream!
Hula!
Screamer!
Fire Carnival!
First step! Got the weak point! Follow it up
Upper
from
hand.
range! This
Wild
one's got
Smith.
your name on
Got
it!
him! Lay down some cover fire!
Slit Edge!
Targeted
Spirits
side!
of the past!
Magnum
Protect
Edge.
us!
Rising Blade!
Violent streak!
Tornado Blade!
Puppeteer!
Burning
Such
Blast!
is the way
Shadow
of the
strike.
Let me
Rockian
catch
people.
myself up
Got
first!
time to die!
Sliding slinger!
Wild Spin! Come on!
Rising Blade!
Prepare!
Few
Side slash!
Shield Wall!
Really? Magnum
Make
Edge!
no more speed!
Shrapnel!
Got
Fiend
him!
Barrage!
Lay down some cover fire!
Eagle Eye!
Feel the hornet
No, there's more in you.
Puppeteer!
Like hell I'm gonna
Shadow strike!
Guys, take it!
Yeah, real. Give him hell.
Side light trouble! Heal me! Okay,
Justice
it's time to
all
attack.
who dare cloud my prince's heart.
Sorry. Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
Here they come.
Shall guard my prince.
Dragon's Maw. Start big. Move in and land a
Now
hit.
it's my turn!
Tight. Don't forget about the right. Need a boost? Take the
Lightning.
fight to them.
You wish!
Try this on. This one's on
Let my
the
mind be
Got
still.
you!
tight. Down. Keep up the assault.
You're in my sight!
Take this!
Dragon
No
Maw.
wonder my prince saw promise.
Smack you up.
You wish!
Let my mind
You!
I must see few men
Gotcha.
to reveal my true wrath. You have won my life. Take it now.
I fought for the right to have Gajarg see this treaty, not to take anyone's life.
Bring them to me, Weed.
But my prince...
These warriors of Earth have followed our traditions and emerged victorious. To deny them now would shame us all.
Your Highness.
Come, humans. I would see this treaty you speak of. I see. You propose that we stand together as enemies of the Ganglion.
Our people don't have any reason to fight each other.
Nopon and humans are best friends now. Even more fun if kitty cats are friends too.
Ah, the purity and innocence of youth.
Fostering that innocence is a part of our duty as adults. It's a responsibility I take seriously.
As do I. The children of Roth live far from this place. It is their future that I fight for.
Your Highness.
You are called Elma, yes? Disgraceful though it may be, I must ask one condition. We lack medicine for our people. If you could aid us in this regard, I would be most grateful.
I have far more respect for a leader who puts his people before his pride.
Yeah, you should be proud of not being too proud, I guess.
Then please grant me this boon. Bwyd can give you the specifics. When the Rothians are back to health, we will stand beside you as allies.
Get a load of this.
Engaging!
Ready up, fire!
Beam barrage! Rising blade!
Nice! Move in and do
Screamer!
some damage! Violent stream!
Myopic sprint set!
Fight like children!
Burning flash! Slit edge! Rising blade!
Side slash!
Button into our little soiree, huh?
We'll gut him! Lay down some cover fire!
Slide! This one's got your name on it! Split edge!
Upper hand!
Use a little first aid here!
Fire carnival!
Sliding! Flicker!
Smooth recovery!
I owe you one.
Repair! Not letting this fly! I know what to do! Magnum Edge!
Neutralize!
Split
Switch
edge!
to close-range combat!
Burning Slash! Beam Barrage!
Sliding! Slinger!
Myopic Scream! This fly! Rising Blade! Screamer!
Okay,
Tornado Blade!
this should tide me over. Appreciate it.
Eagle Eye! Shrapnel!
Now it's my turn!
Absorber
Lay down some
Spin!
cover fire!
Magnum Edge! Got your name on it!
Slide nice! Move in and do some damage!
And a fly! Split
Shadow
edge!
Strike! Side slash!
First down! This one's got your name on it!
Okay, it's time to attack!
That time I played my ace in the hole! With some
I'll take
gunfire!
him down!
Burning
Upper
Slash!
hand!
Smooth recovery! Right, I got the weak point. Followed up from range. Magnum Edge! Tornado Blade!
That could have dented him.
Absorber Spin!
Move in and keep the rhythm going!
Leave it to me!
Side
Intercept!
slash!
Beam Barrage! Screamer! Screamer!
My
My
attack
Optic
is
Scream!
right! Fire nice! Move in and do some damage!
Repair! Smooth recovery! Recover!
I owe you one.
That's right. Ripping you down!
That's how it pays! Do it! Side slash!
Bullets going!
Beam Barrage! First step! Got the weak point.
Upper hand.
Followed up from range.
Target in sight!
Fire carnival!
Split edge!
Reality rip!
Myopic Scream! Magnum Edge! Intercept! Repair!
Move in and keep the rhythm going!
Repair!
Slide!
Rising Blade!
Five nice!
Beam
Move in and do
Barrage!
some damage! Harder!
This!
Yes! Hit him again for me!
Absorber Spin! Absorber Spin! Leave it to me!
Primer!
Tornado
Side
Blade!
slash! That could have dented him. Move in and keep the rhythm going!
Split edge!
Reality rip!
Myopic Scream! Screamer!
Shield wall!
Appreciate it. Beam Barrage! First down!
That could have
Shrapnel!
dented him. Move in and keep the rhythm going!
Eagle Eye! Intercept!
Shadow Strike!
I'm in a good position.
Target in
Open
sight!
fire! What?
Thank goodness. Everyone seems so happy.
The bond between Rothians runs deep. Not being able to care for our comrades has been a heavy weight.
Warriors of Earth, you have my thanks for your aid. From this day forth, know that the Rothians stand with you.
Thank you, Your Highness.
However, this pact lives only as long as the Ganglion. Once they expire, so too does this alliance. Mira's a harsh land. Should our survival mean your doom, it must be so. If we remain allies, it will be because we face an enemy that demands it. A welcome prospect for any Rothian.
It's not welcome at all. Let's all just be friends because... well, just because.
We got a basic plan drawn up. Meet me in command.
Roger. Let's move.
Ever since Void turned up, we've been witnessing ganglion remnants stirring back to life, all across Mira.
They're as vulnerable as us, what with the DMAT events and ghosts. But they've also got a new objective that'll have lit a fire under them.
Objective? Oh, Void's floating continent.
Volataris is a special place. Those who heard Void's call have begun some holy pilgrimage there, for the promise of a new world under their creator's leadership. They may be fragmented at best, and little more than a minor nuisance, but these recent events have granted them new purpose.
You'd think they'd want to regroup quietly. Instead, they're out there raising hell.
I'm glad they've kicked the blues, but throwing an all-you-can-loot and plunder buffet? That part I don't love.
Remember, they were a coalition. Their mission, to eradicate Samar's descendants, including us. A tiger cannot so easily change its stripes.
The fight for survival, it never ends, huh?
We've come a long way indeed. This place, it is our second home. We've overcome the odds, made it a safe haven. DMAT events, ghosts, ganglion. We must remain firm against these ever-present threats. In addition, we must reclaim the cores Void stole and prepare to leave for a new world. Bluntly, the only choice left for us now is to run.
In other words, we're talking about a second Project Exodus.
Just when we've beaten that damn Luxar. We just can't seem to catch a break, can we?
No kidding. Just when I was starting to put down some roots here.
A truly gut-rending thought.
I do share your grief. However, we must face the facts. The dematerialization phenomenon is spreading, and eventually it will engulf the planet in its entirety. This truth is unequivocal. And this time, it's not just humanity's future that's at stake. Our aim now is to evacuate all races that live on Mira.
Every single one?
Of course. All those that would be amenable to our proposal. Regrettably, any life forms we cannot communicate with will not be considered.
That's quite, how should we say, egoistic, no?
I understand how you feel. I didn't propose it lightly. But frankly, it's just not feasible to do otherwise. Some species are dangerous, some others simply too violent. With the time we have and the available personnel, finding a way to save them all is impossible.
Okay, but even narrowing it down just to the sentient races. Will that work?
Good point. If our only choice is to build a lifeboat, making something big enough, it's gonna take some time.
We've agreed on a cooperative partnership with the Manon to obtain a ship.
We're going to use the Manon ship, the one over NLA.
You betcha. Eyeballing it, it should have the capacity. Enough to carry all evacuees. Of course, it'll need a fair bit of retrofitting. We'll need to incorporate the Ares jump drive and the Lifehold Core's protoplasmic fluid system. But if we work together, we should make it before the Reaper comes a-knockin'.
Why, that's feeding 3 cooks with 1 stove.
Right, so that part we've got tied up with a bow.
We've already contacted all known Xeno communities. They should be apprised of the plan. Sadly, some of them did respond they're planning to go down with the planet, but most are currently in the process of relocating to NLA.
Then we've got no time to lose.
Right.
As of now, all active Blade personnel are ordered to give this plan the highest degree of priority.
Broadly, we have 2 objectives. helping to construct the escape vessel, and supporting those who want to come to NLA. It's all hands on deck. We may require troops to take assignments across division lines. Be ready for anything.
Roger.
Recap. We may get assigned stuff outside of our official divisions, right?
Right. First off, we should head back to the barracks. Make sure we're prepared for anything.
'Kay.
Where's the fire?
Here's the deal, right? You know how we're helping wire in the Ares jump drive system, don't you?
Yes, so we've heard.
But actually, we're not really experts on this skill and Ares stuff, are we? So we went and asked that fandom guy, and he said you guys are the usual go-tos around here.
I see. Let me guess. You'd like us to go to the hangar and advise your scientists?
You got it!
We'll go now.
Wow, thank you. You guys are just the pizza toppings.
Nice of you all to drop by. How's it poppin'?
Friend Al really loves saying that.
His idea of a gag. Don't get too hung up on it.
That's right. Someone asks how it's poppin', you say?
Terrible, of course. Yourself?
Better than you, meaning terrific.
Tatsu mystified.
It is as we have been told. It takes two minds to tango.
Hey, Al! Ask me!
Hey, Gwen, how's it poppin'?
Naturally terrible, and how about you?
Not awful enough for you to be worrying about.
Huh?
You haven't changed a bit. Say, you've been out of this world. Got any words of wisdom for us from the great beyond?
It's not that kind of highfalutin place. More than anything, it was dull, like a cheap roadside motel.
Please, we would love to hear your choice morsels.
Me too. Color me curious.
Way to gang up on me. I'm warning you, it's a slog. No pressure, huh? Fine. But you're buying the round. Bunch of busybodies. So, before the white whale crashed, a bunch of ghosts got me cornered. I was cut off. Just as my goose seemed cooked, something opened up in front of me. And also, I felt this huge pull at the same time. My body inside the Ares. We were being sucked right in through the opening. Beyond that was a sight to behold. If space could have edges, that was a place where you could see them all. Thinking about it now, and to get a little technical, it was a nexus of parallel universes. It was like the backstage of space, the border town of all universes. You might call it a rift between worlds. Light years beyond the realm of human science. But strangely, most of the Ares features kept functioning as normal. Sure, the sensor suite adapted for human tech kept throwing errors. But the main transceiver never stopped logging huge quantities of some kind of data. And you might think I dreamed all this up, but somehow I could understand what that data was. Not logically, intuitively. You ready? Well, what came flooding into me in the Ares was the consciousness of all living things across all universes. Instinctively, I stopped myself from trying to perceive them one by one. The human brain isn't built to handle something like that. I could tell in an instant. I think I got that one from an old sci-fi flick, but I'd say it was the right call. Now, the Ares was a step ahead of me. It sifted through that huge torrent of data, presented me with the information I most wanted in that moment. How to escape the world of the Rift and get back to this one. The Ares was kind enough to show me the way back home. It's thanks to its help that I came back at all. Well, the universe Earth was a part of was destroyed. This one with Mira is a completely different one. So maybe back is the wrong word.
Sounds like quite the trip. So that's your plan for us to leave this universe? You're proposing we use the Ares to make our escape?
Well, more or less.
But?
I don't really understand exactly how I got here. One slip up and I'd be washed away in that stream. I might never have been able to escape it. That world. It's a mind prison.
A prison?
Void Seat. I think he was held there. His consciousness, at least. You told me about the Vita, how it was a vessel to facilitate Void's coming. I guess what it did was channel his soul in some shape or form, freeing him of his shackles.
What does that mean, though?
Now hold on a sec. That's like how our MIMs work.
No way.
All the loose threads seem to be coming together.
Perhaps Void escaped from his cell by tracking the Ares as it left the rift between worlds. It would explain the impeccable timing. And here's the kicker. The thing that's in the Vita, it's not just his mind, it's his body, too.
When the Ares first appeared in this world, it was shortly before we encountered you, right? Then the Ghost's appearance and the DMAT events. It's possible that it caused both of them to manifest.
Wait. I see you trying to connect all the dots. Don't you think you're jumping the gun?
Maybe. But when Void showed up and attacked my world to claim the Ares, think about it. That was exactly when the Ghosts appeared.
Huh. What are we thinking then? Cause and effect, or... Void said he brought worlds into Concord. Ah. I feel like I'm starting to get the picture here.
Must be urgent.
Yeah. We need you in Oblivia. Hoping you could track down a man-on engineer.
Roger. Let's hear the details.
Here you go. The guy is in charge of the jump drive design. Apparently, he had a part in mind for the Crux, but it was sitting in a ganglion stronghold, so we had him get it.
That's a bold move, Commander.
What can I say? These are desperate times, so... We did assign an escort, but then Ganglion found him and we lost contact.
Understood. That's enough to go on. We'll head for Oblivia ASAP.
Good hunting.
Let's move.
I'd say we're in the right place, huh?
Only ganglion bodies, though.
Seems like our engineer might still be alive.
Yeah. Let's confirm.
Who goes there?
It's you.
You again. I see. Looking for your friends, are you?
Do you know where they are? What happened here?
The people of Roth have accepted your exit strategy. We decided to send our younglings to NLA first. We were passing through here en route, where we encountered and assisted human troops in combat with the ganglion. We were able to claim victory, albeit at a price. I'm transporting our wounded.
Now I see. We thank you.
There is no need. Your friends are safe with us, undergoing treatment at our stronghold.
Ms. Bweed, did you see a man-on in the soldiers' company?
I have not seen any, no. But there were other units. Maybe they escorted them.
Could we accompany you now, on the way to your stronghold?
Yes, you may.
What's going on?
Looks like a job half done.
You die! Die like beasts!
Let us handle these ones. You have wounded. Get them somewhere safe.
I hear. All yours.
Oh, they've seen us!
Dragon's Maw!
Lay down some fire for me!
Smack you up! Super hot!
You wish!
Gotcha! Need a boost? I call this the wood chipper.
Move in and keep the rhythm going!
Now
Need a
we
boost?
fight for real!
This one's on the house. Karate! Here I
Now
come!
we fight for real!
Karate punch! This one's on the house. I call this the wood chipper. Gotcha!
Take this!
Dragon's Maw!
Lay down some cover
Smack
fire!
you up!
Take this!
You wish!
I'm in a good position. Open
Target
fire!
in sight!
Don't forget about the rest. Take the fight to them. This one's on the house.
You will not leave here alive!
Elma, let's get to the Rothian stronghold.
Right.
Looks like they're on our case.
Dragon's Maw! Start big! Move in and land a hit in the flock. Dinner is served. Hand out nicely.
We were sure that was the end for us, weren't we?
Tatsu breathed sigh of relief. Thanks to kitty cat friends.
You said it, pal. If you hadn't turned up when you did, we'd be pushing up daisies by now. Thanks. We all inhabit this world together. The feeling is mutual.
We got shot up. And we didn't even get the thing we needed.
Relax, alright? We'll find it at the next location. Third time's the charm, no?
Yeah, well, starting to doubt that.
Just stay positive, okay?
A moment ago, you were on the brink of death. Yours is a mercurial people.
We survived, so it's all good, yes? On to the next one.
Jeez.
Thank you once again. We owe you for saving their lives.
My prince has ordered us to aid humans, and so we have.
Prince, my deepest thanks for rescuing our friends. We're in your debt.
No need. We are allies. But still... Void's appearance here fills me with unease.
You know something about Void?
Vita. It serves to sustain Void as his material vessel. Consider the battle for Earth. There, from his Vita, did he command the Ganglion.
However, in the chaos after Earth's destruction, his consciousness departed the machine, leaving it a shell, to be pulled in by Mira and crash to her surface, as did you.
Al, what you said earlier.
Yeah. As I suspected, he'd only linked his mind to the Vita, while his body stayed in the rift. Seems to track.
Mission accomplished. Come on, let's get back to NLA.
All these races working together? Mira really is a welcoming kind of place. Just like Lao said.
Lao said that?
Al, what? When did you see Lao? How?
It was when I was drifting inside the rift.
But that's...
You ever heard of Nirvana? Some religions have the concept, and that space might just be it. As I was floating along, guided by the Ares, while I was looking for a way into this universe, I made a little layover in an eerie kind of place. Fancy seeing you here.
Well?
How long has it been? I don't think we ever spoke after I left Team Princess.
I thought you died defending the White Whale, back before it grounded on Mira.
Well, you know, if this is the afterlife, maybe I did. So, how about yourself? Are you dead?
Yeah.
Figured.
I betrayed our friends. I sold intel to the enemy to get back at those who got my family killed. Well, really, I had just given up. It wasn't about grief or retribution. Plain despair tipped me over the edge. It wasn't the right thing to do. And I knew it. I knew. And I did it anyway.
Now you're just sulking, pal. A guy as good as you?
Just don't. What Lynn said. She said, it's what makes us human. Corrupt and disgusting. That's what humans are. She's a good kid. Always trying to put herself in my shoes. I could never atone enough for making a child like her wade into that muck. My hopelessness, it wound up infecting her as well.
And that's why you accepted death? Decided to just give up and wait for it?
Yeah, soon. I'll see Charmaine and Chenchi.
I get this might be what you want, but not me. So what if this place is the afterlife? I'm itching for more living. People still need me. Humanity still needs me. I've got unfinished business, and until I finish it, I can't rest.
That's right. That's you to a T. Not me, though. Scram now. You know the way, right?
Yep. I've got the best guide around.
The world I came from. It's a welcoming kind of place. Everyone's ready for your big return.
I sure hope so.
If you make it, pass a message to Lynn. Humans are disgusting. And stubborn, and treat others cruelly. But if she realized this, that means she's anything but. Tell her to live.
Lau. I'm not what you think I am.
No more fighting, Lau.
No, Elma, not like this!
Step aside, Lynn.
We're all on the same side here! Even then, when I stood up for you, honestly, that was just so I wouldn't have to be sad again. I never could figure him out. It was all so childish. I was acting so immature about everything. But back then, you stood up to defend Lau, just the same way that I did. If you hadn't done that, maybe I wouldn't have stuck it out and run away instead. I would have stayed a child to the very end.
Yes. And if you hadn't stood in my line of fire that day, we would have all been as disgusting as he thought. Your actions are what saved us from that hollow despair.
You don't need pretty excuses here. It's all part of life. You gotta take the good with the bad. Anyway, he told you to live. End of message.
Yeah.
Colonel Elma! Requesting a beat!
What was that? What's going on over there?
Elma, wasn't that?
Yes. The leader of the escort from before.
Didn't they say they were going to Lakeview Stronghold and Noctilum?
Then we go too.
Yeah. Hope we're not too late.
The whole team's dead. And look!
Piece of...
Why? What are you doing this for? You want to leave this world too, right? There's no need to be doing any of this!
I wish to know death.
Huh?
Death, is it?
The fear of death is a powerful motivation in creatures like you. Yea, stronger even than your lust for life. I wish to understand this.
And that's why the slaughter?
You think by killing them yourself, you'll get what it's like to fear death?
What was it you called our fight against you? A contest for survival? That's a contest to defy death. You started a war without knowing that?
The best it will simply cease to be. That is not death. Self-evidently, as I have no conception of it. Ceasing to be is simple non-existence. But death, when you speak of it, is wrapped up in many a complex emotion. That I wish to know.
And then? After that?
I have not considered it. You will find my desires are not rooted in emotion. Actions are all. They occur automatically, driven by inevitability.
But that's It's nonsense. How is that a reason to kill? Why do this?
Enough. Don't try to understand it, Lynn. He can string all the reasoning he likes. But when you get down to it, this guy is pure evil. Our enemy, nothing less.
But...
Exactly. If we want to argue with them, it'll be with guns.
Right. Lynn, we're here to make sure we don't lose anyone else today. That's our mission.
Understood.
Looks like they're on our case.
You wish!
Follow me!
This fire.
Take this! Now we fight for real!
Block this!
Gotcha!
This one's on the house! Super hot!
Nice! Move in and do some damage!
This one's on the house!
Switch to close range combat!
This on!
Gotcha!
This one's on the house!
You wish!
Got it.
Clear.
Lay down some cover fire.
Have some
Take
of this!
Got it!
Take this.
Roger!
Need a boost? Dragon's Maw! I'm gonna smack you up!
This is it. And it's
Get
dead.
hunting!
We can lay it.
This one's on the house!
You're up next. Scum!
Enough. There is no more to be gained. Your stubborn fixation on living is inordinate. You are unlikely to teach me what I wish to know.
Shut up!
In any case, you will come to my abode. It is, after all, inevitable. The contest continues. As this world's time draws ever closer.
What a train wreck. That creep really gets me seeing red. Makes me gag.
Let's do a quick head count.
Roger that. What's this?
Looks like the part they were after. They found it.
Looks like it, yeah.
Then we need to get this back to NLA. We can't let their sacrifice be in vain.
Yeah.
much. It's a real shame our friend didn't make it, but at least the mission's complete, right? Credit where it's due, you know.
Void. That goddamned rat.
Commander, we'll get him. We'll win his little game. We must.
Lynn.
Damn straight. These lives won't go to waste.
Not to rain on your parade here, but how are we doing with the Ares?
We're making good progress thanks to you, are we? We have some news, so would you mind stopping by the restricted hangar after this?
Sure thing, we'll be there.
It wasn't easy, but the mission was a success. Good job.
Hey there, how's it poppin'?
Terrible, right? How about you?
Better than you, meaning terrific.
That's great, isn't it?
Look at him. He's really found his footing here, hasn't he?
Once you really get to know him, most get on with him like a house on fire.
Hey, how's it poppin'?
Tatsu terrible, clearly. And how is friend Al?
Even worse than you, I bet.
But that's not the correct follow-up.
I like to mix it up, keep you on your toes.
Al cannot flip script.
Elma, this vegetable come with a volume knob?
Leave it. You had some news?
Well, I heard the Ares was recreated on your planet. But how much do you actually know about it?
You're correct about it being recreated. Here's the truth. We excavated an ultra-ancient frame and fitted it with auxiliary power and plating. It might be more precise to say we jury-rigged it to run.
So you've got nothing to say regarding the cores then, I take it?
If I did, don't you think I would have told you when I first got to Earth?
Yeah, you got me there.
Vexing, isn't it?
The Ares cores. I learned they're based on a device that existed eons ago.
A device?
A space-time bender. It moves things into different universes and all that. A meta-doohickey. It's a common trope in the old movies, right?
Yeah, except real.
The energy that the Ares could deploy thanks to the cores was in a league of its own. According to simulations, you put the pedal to the metal, space bends like a straw.
I see.
If that's true, what chance do we have of beating Void? How do you know?
The fact is, he took the time to come and taunt us. It means he's still getting ready. Well, even supposing he's through the prep phase, he can't just rock it off.
What do you mean?
For all his rambling and raving, if the cores were enough, he could have left by now, brought the world into concord, or whatever his tagline was. But cores alone won't cut it. We figured it out while analyzing the Skell. When I was transported inside the rift along with the Ares, machine and mind got melded together. We became inseparable. I won't pretend to understand, but it wouldn't have been possible for a living human to hold onto their self there otherwise. So, without me and the Ares, the cores won't be able to deploy their full power.
Melted with the Ares. I think I get it. Not in the physical sense of being one thing, but like an engine running under the hood?
Damn, you're sharp, Lynn. But the analysis didn't stop there. Better hold on to your seats. While inside the rift, I saw where the rivers of consciousness converge. Something like the crossroads between universes. Even if we get the Ares and cores running, if we can't sync ourselves to that, we won't be going anywhere. Annoyingly.
Is it a question of timing, then?
Put simply, yes. And here's another nugget spun off from the Ares analysis of the rift. The streams of consciousness converging on that universal nexus. Structurally, they're extremely similar to the Lifehold core.
They're what?
Remember what we were talking about before? How Void projecting his mind into the Vita is a lot like the way humans survive inside MIMS. Even with the Lifehold trashed, your consciousness is still being stored somewhere. Not by technology, but by some much larger universal mechanism.
But that's crazy.
This universal mechanism. What is it?
Dunno. It's just that when I was there, I felt it. You guys. People's lives. It was strange, like I was enveloped by this constant something.
And the Ares can tap into that? This, gathering place of minds?
More like souls, even.
Call it what you like. If we make it out of this universe alive, you'll get to experience it yourselves. Anyhow, in order to pull off our great escape, we'll need those 6 cores. We'll need me, the Ares, and some miraculous timing. That's how we sync to the Nexus, or die trying. In matter of fact, Void's no fool. He'll have cottoned on by now.
But if that's the case, why hasn't he attacked NLA yet?
If he did, he might end up killing Al. He won't want to risk destroying the Ares either. Still, once he gets his ducks in a row, I expect he probably will try something.
Okay, so what's our game plan? What do you think, Rook? You better knock this one out of the park. Five-star answer. I knew I saw something in you. Of me. Hey, how's it poppin'?
Terrible. How about you?
Better than you, in other words, terrific. You hear that? Rook's answer?
Yes, and you seem pleased.
Yeah.
Although, why did you want someone else to make the call?
If I get taken out, I want to know there's someone I can trust with mankind's future. And the Rook seems well suited.
That isn't like you.
That's what we need right now. Someone who loves this world. The world and its people, warts and all. I need someone to take over my duty.
You need another you, in other words. When we were leaving Earth, you ignored my pleas and rushed off to fight without a thought for your safety.
You look after the refugees. I'll protect the ship from outside.
Just look at their numbers! You can't shift the balance, not with a single Ares.
Yeah, well, you never know until you try.
Al.
I'll cut through their ranks, make you an opening. I'll protect you to the last. People of Earth will not be snuffed out here!
You're right. Those eyes, they're just like yours back then.
The jump drive is still in the experimental phase, but otherwise, the White Whale 2 is ready. We'll be unveiling it shortly if you'd care to step outside.
We'd be thrilled. Shall we check it out then?
Yeah, I can't wait! Tatsu bristling with thrill!